we keep on saying to her.
Oh, you might you win us. Pull up and I'm famous. Party like some Vegas.
What's going on, everybody? This is Buck with the Rapid Fire Podcast. You can listen to this on Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. All you have to do is just search Buck, and I'm there. You can hear me all day, every day, right? Also, for all my new people, my podcasters, y'all can now watch this on YouTube. Do the same thing. Go to YouTube, youtube.com/Buck. Instagram, Buck, everything. But today what we're going to talk about is this deportation issue. So the reason why I'm doing this is because, of course, y'all know I'm retired. Me being retired, a lot of people, they sit on their ass and don't do anything, right? But me, I'm still active and engaged and still trying to put out information as if I was still on active duty. I just do everything on the non-active duty side, but I still give out information because people still search it or don't know, or you have shitty commanders or leadership who's not telling y'all information. So as I get it or come across it, I just put it out because I know when I was in how hard it was to get information. So I'm trying to still do the same, but now I'm just broadcasting it across a wider platform. You know what I mean? All right, so the issue that I have now is I'm on military times, and basically 12,000 military families face deportation issues. So what's going on now is 12,000 currently serving in the U.S. military dealing with spouse or family member facing deportation, right? So basically, they say no previous estimate, official or unofficial, has been available just how many of the 1 million military members currently on active duty or National Guard or reserve status may be dealing with stress of having a spouse, dependent, or a parent deported, right? So I'm trying to find the, well, we're just going to continue reading, right? So American Families, a nonprofit immigration advocacy group, calculated the estimate using a 2011 census statistics, found that 6.3% of the 129 million married Americans are married to foreign-born spouses, right? They also found that 1 in 4 of those foreign-bound spouses are in the country illegally. About 75% of that population of those facing born spouses, I had to cut it down, found that 1 in 4 of those born spouses are in the country illegally. About 75% of that population comes from countries like Mexico, where if they enter illegally, they have a harder time obtaining legal status as opposed to a person from Europe who might have overstayed a visa, said American Families. I mean, but that doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? I'm not getting to the point where everybody needs to be deported, but at some point in time, it's like, if that's the case, then they should not allow military members. I mean, you can't even say that either. Allow military members, like, can tell them who they can and cannot marry. But at the same time, they know what could happen if they're illegal. But my thing is, if they're married to a military spouse, they already got a government ID card and all that other type of shit. They should be not grandfathered in, but it should be some type of special fucking paperwork that they should be able to fill out, so they don't get fucking deported. That should be like a perk of like being married to a military spouse. You know what I mean? All the perks that we get in the fucking military, they can't give our spouse no additional perks. They already get fucking medical and all that other type of shit. So why the fuck, man? This shit's stupid. American Family, blah, 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 blah. So we derived the total military, active and reserves married to people with inadmissibility type immigration issues, taking that total 1 million multiplying by the national percentage of foreign-born 6.3%. So 63,000 current U.S. military are married to immigrants. And then 25% of that total, which have problems with immigration, is 16,000. Of that, 75% are from sources characterized by entry without inspection and similar issues, which would be 12,000. While it may not be exact, they generated the estimate, create new awareness that some of these legislators who say they support military to actually act on it and recognize that this is a bigger military problem than previously thought, said the group's military liaison. This become more important in the last year President Donald Trump's administration have taken a harder line on immigration enforcement. It used to be veterans we see more frequently. We're now seeing an uptick in active duty people. Yeah, motherfuckers are getting pissed because he's fucking with people's families now. So now, not only he's getting fucking essays fucking mad at him, he's also getting fucking the military people mad at him who's married to essays or immigrants or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, that should be a perk. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody should have to, illegal or not, you know what I mean? They're here. But I don't think nobody should just be able to force to just pack up and fucking leave. I think they should be afforded the opportunity to fucking get their shit straight. If not, they gotta get the fuck gone. You know what I mean? I think that's fucking fair. I don't think they should just fucking just give them the boot. I think some shit's gonna be in place. You know what I mean? This is gonna cause more of a problem in the future if this shit ain't fucking taken care of. While active duty members themselves are protected because in order to enlist a service member who shows proof that they are in the country legally, their undocumented spouses are not. A program that was previously championed by Vice President Mike Pence to give relief to military families is no longer being utilized due to the strict enforcement of deportation procedures under Trump. So there's your answer. So it was something in place that Mike Pence put in, which was to give relief to military families who were married to immigrant spouses, like I said a couple minutes ago. But now, due to the stricter enforcement of deportation that Trump has put in place, that shit is no longer in place. So now motherfuckers are getting the boot. That's not meant more military families are calling the group for assistance. Recently, we seen an increase in cases, both active duty and veterans who have been failed by immigration law. These estimates give us perspective on the problem. That's fucking nuts. Military Times has spoken to a dozen family members who reached out after hearing about the 7th Special Forces Group veteran Bob Crawford and his wife who was facing deportation after intense media interest dropped. But also I read too, fucking it was a captain at Fort Bragg, a chaplain, and his spouse was on the verge of being deported, but something got worked out. But the crazy thing is, his spouse was here illegally since the age of 7, and in 2015 he got arrested for a DUI, and that's why his name got brought up as far as being deported. But I think it has more to do with the chaplain being white at Fort Bragg, and I mean him just being a chaplain. He's a captain, like he know people and shit. So his spouse didn't get deported, but at the same time, if his didn't get deported and he had a DUI, he actually had a crime. I'm not saying that he should get the boot. What about everybody else who doesn't have a crime? You know what I mean? Because there was another lady that got stopped outside of Fort Bragg, and fucking she got the boot. And then there was a guy, he was about to deploy. His family wanted to come and see him, and his whole family got the boot. But this army chaplain fucking spouse gets to stay, and something gets worked out. You know what I mean? I'm not saying his spouse gets the boot, but whatever they did, they need to go publicly and tell everybody else what they need to do so their fucking spouse don't get deported. You know what I mean? Help somebody else out. Alright, so that's it on fucking the military vets and active duty. 12,000 families face deportation. That's what I got to say about it. Y'all like, subscribe, copy this video, meme it, fucking put it out there, because this shit is fucking serious. Because even though I'm not in that predicament, I would hate to be in that predicament, because I know how them fucking people feel. So think about that and help me get this shit out, man. God bless y'all.